Hello and welcome to Math 109 College Algebra. My name is Matt Lathrop. I'll be your instructor this semester. I just want to take some time to walk you through a little bit of the course, get you oriented a little bit before you dive into the material. What you see here is the landing page. Every time you log into MyLabs Plus, you'll see the announcements page. If you're not seeing any announcements posted, just try clicking on this drop-down arrow so that any recent messages will pop up there, or you can view all announcements by clicking on that link. If you scroll down, you'll also see your overall score posted here. So this is another great thing to check just briefly every time you log in. That overall score will be kept up to date as you submit assignments through MyLabs Plus. So you'll always have essentially a running tally of your overall performance in the course and how things are going so far. You'll also see this chart start to get completed as you submit different assignments, just again demonstrating your overall progress in the course. What I want to do is take some time to walk you through some of the aspects of the syllabus. We're not going to touch on everything included here, so I would encourage you to come back and read through this information yourself. But the things I want to highlight would start off with my contact information. This includes my office phone and email address, though I would strongly recommend email as the best method for getting in touch with me if you're not going to come to campus. I have classes during the day, and our schedules just may not meet up, especially if you're working in the evening. So email gives me the best way to follow up with you, get back to you in a timely manner. I do try to reply to emails within 24 hours, though over the weekend it may take a little bit longer. I also have office hours throughout the week, which you're welcome to stop in anytime if you have questions or want to work through something face-to-face. In terms of required materials, there are two things you'll need for this course. Online access to MyLabs Plus. You'll be prompted to either purchase or enter an access code when you open up your first homework assignment. You can also purchase an access code through the bookstore. You'll also need a graphing calculator, and you have about three choices here. A TI-83 or 84, which is the option that you would want to choose if you're going on to business calculus after this, Math 151. Or a TI-89, which is the graphing calculator you'd want if you're going to go on to pre-calculus and then the math, science, or STEM math track after that. If you have questions about which one you should purchase, though, just let me know. Optionally, you can also pick up a physical copy of the textbook. Your online access to MyLabs Plus includes an electronic copy, so the only reason you need to purchase this is if you would prefer to have a physical textbook to read. I do want to mention here that this class will be relying on technology very heavily. Most of your assignments will be completed through MyLabs Plus. That means having a working computer and a reliable internet connection will be very important. But things happen, so you want to make sure you have a backup plan in place ahead of time, either heading to a friend or relative's house, coming into Heartland's campus and working in the computer lab in the library, but some plan in place so that if you run into a technical issue on your end, you're still going to be able to keep up with due dates and submission deadlines. As far as attendance and participation, we won't be meeting face-to-face. However, there will be some interactive portions of this course, some required discussion posts. We have one this week. We won't have one every week, but those discussion posts will be required and factored into your grade. They'll give us an opportunity to get to know each other a little bit, talk a little bit about what's going well with the course, study skills and strategies maybe that we've used in previous courses, that sort of thing. There are two different ways that you could end up being dropped from this course. Hopefully neither of these end up applying, but just to let you know, any student who's not logged into MyLabs Plus and attempted at least one assignment before the drop date will be dropped. So as long as you're logging in this week and beginning to work on assignments, that won't be an issue. You could also be withdrawn at midterm if you fail to access the course for 2 weeks, fail to fully participate in more than 2 of those module discussions, and fail to meaningfully attempt at least 70% of the assignments due by midterm. And again, I hope to not have to withdraw anyone from the course. To avoid that, you just want to make sure that you're staying on top of assignments week to week, getting things submitted, and that won't be an issue. If something does come up that's going to prevent you from accessing the course or prevent you from meeting some deadlines for an extended period of time, that's just something you'd want to talk to me about as soon as possible so we can discuss what options we might have. Every module will require homework assignments. Those homework assignments will have a set due date, and then after that due date you would still have the opportunity to complete those with a 10% penalty. So that means you have the opportunity to earn a 90% or better on every homework assignment as long as you're willing to put in the work before or even after the due date for those assignments. There will be, in the first week with Module 1, one quiz, but after that every module will actually end up having 2 quizzes. The first quiz will cover the content from that module, so specifically the new material that we've been covering, but then there will also be what we call a review quiz, which is going to cover all of the previous topics that we've covered in weeks past. So initially those review quizzes will be very similar to a quiz you've just taken, but as we get farther and farther through the course, those quizzes are going to start to include more and more information. So just as an added way to help you keep those past concepts fresh in your mind, give you some better preparation as we head into exams. Every quiz will initially start off with 1 attempt and a hard deadline, meaning you have to complete a quiz by that deadline or you'll receive a 0 for that assignment. On the week-to-week module quizzes, you'll have the opportunity to unlock a second attempt at those by earning a 95% or better on all of that week's homework assignments. So encouragement to do well and earn high scores on those homework assignments, since that'll help you understand the material better, but also give you another shot at the quiz. With the review quizzes, as long as you have a 90% or better on all previous homework assignments, you'll be able to take a second attempt at that quiz. So if you maintain high homework scores throughout the semester, it's also going to benefit you on quizzes if one ends up not turning out so well. Take that opportunity to try and improve it. There will also be practice quizzes to help you prepare and practice before you take those assignments. In terms of exams, there will be 4 exams throughout the semester, including a cumulative final. Some of the exams may be a 2-part test, meaning one part will be a non-calculator, the other part will be a calculator portion. On that non-calculator portion, you definitely won't be able to use a graphing calculator. You may be able to use a scientific or 4-function calculator. I'll let you know as those exams approach, but that portion of the exam would definitely be designed to be completed without a calculator, just some simple arithmetic and then more kind of theoretical ideas. Exams do have to be taken in one of Heartland's testing centers and do have to be completed by the due date, otherwise you'll receive a 0 for that exam. You'll have an opportunity at the end of the semester to improve a low exam score. Your percentage on the final can replace your lowest exam score from exams 1 through 3, assuming you score better. So if one of those exams just doesn't quite go as well as you would have liked the first time around, you'll have that opportunity to try and boost your grade at the end of the semester. You'll see the exam dates posted here. Every exam, like all of our other assignments, will be open for just over a week. Our first week of assignments are going to open up on a Monday, but after that, everything in this course is going to run from Wednesday to Wednesday. So on Wednesday mornings, a new set of assignments will open up, and those assignments will be due the following Wednesday evening. So again, giving you a little bit over a week to wrap up any assignments. If we skip down to the weekly schedule, you can see that pattern a little bit better. What we're going to have are a consistent pattern of 3 modules of content that we'll cover, followed by an exam. On exam weeks, there won't be any new material being introduced. Those weeks will be reserved to give you time to review and practice that past content and get prepared to come to campus and complete those exams. But again, you'll see those dates reflecting a Wednesday to Wednesday deadline. So new assignments opening on Wednesdays and then being due that following Wednesday. So we skimmed through the syllabus rather quickly, which may leave you with some questions. I would encourage you to go back and read through it a little more carefully. And if you do run into questions either about the syllabus or other aspects of the course or just the course material itself once you start getting into assignments, please feel free to contact me as early and often as necessary. I encourage email as a very good way to get a hold of me quickly. But again, feel free to come into office hours, give me a call in my office, and I'll be happy to see what I can do to help you out with the content. I hope this ends up being a positive semester for everyone. I'm looking forward to it, and good luck.